Microsoft, a tech giant. From its humble beginnings as a software startup to its dominance in the operating system market and its expansion into cloud computing, gaming, and artificial intelligence. Microsoft was founded on April 4, 1975, by Bill Gates and Paul Allen, two childhood friends who shared a passion for computer programming. They were inspired by the Altair 8800, the first microcomputer that was featured on the cover of Popular Electronics magazine. They contacted the manufacturer, MITS, and offered to develop a basic interpreter for the Altair. Without having an actual Altair machine, they worked on a simulator and managed to create a working version of their software. They flew to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where MITS was based, and demonstrated their product. MITS was impressed and agreed to distribute their Altair Basic. Gates and Allen moved to Albuquerque and formed Microsoft, a portmanteau of microcomputer and software. They hired their first employee, Rick Weiland, and began working on other programming languages for the Altair and other microcomputers. In 1976, they registered the trademark Microsoft and moved their headquarters to Bellevue, Washington. In 1980, Microsoft entered into a partnership with IBM, the leading computer manufacturer at the time. IBM wanted Microsoft to develop an operating system for its new personal computer, the IBM PC. Microsoft bought an existing operating system called QDOS from another company and modified it to create MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System. IBM agreed to license MS-DOS from Microsoft and pay a royalty for every PC sold with it. This deal gave Microsoft a huge advantage over other software companies, as MS-DOS became the standard operating system for the PC market. In 1981, Microsoft incorporated as a public company and hired Steve Ballmer as its first business manager. The company continued to grow rapidly, developing new software products such as Microsoft Word, Excel, and Windows. Windows was a graphical user interface that ran on top of MS-DOS and allowed users to interact with their computers using icons, menus, and windows. The first version of Windows was released in 1985 and was not very successful. However, Windows 3.0, released in 1990, was a huge hit and sold over 10 million copies in 2 years. Windows 3.0 also marked the beginning of Microsoft's rivalry with Apple, which had pioneered the graphical user interface with its Macintosh computer in 1984. Apple sued Microsoft for copying its look and feel, but the lawsuit was eventually dismissed. Microsoft also faced competition from other operating systems such as OS/2 from IBM and Unix from various vendors. However, none of them could match Windows' popularity and compatibility with a wide range of hardware and software. In 1995, Microsoft released Windows 95, which introduced many features that are still used today, such as the Start menu, the taskbar, and plug-and-play support. Windows 95 also integrated Internet Explorer, Microsoft's web browser that competed with Netscape Navigator. Microsoft used its dominant position in the operating system market to promote Internet Explorer and bundle it with Windows. This strategy led to a series of antitrust lawsuits against Microsoft by the US government and several states, accusing it of abusing its monopoly power and violating anti-competition laws. The antitrust case lasted for several years and resulted in a settlement in 2001 that required Microsoft to share some of its technical information with other companies and allow users to choose their default web browser. Despite the legal challenges, Microsoft continued to innovate and release new versions of Windows such as Windows XP in 2001, Windows Vista in 2006, Windows 7 in 2009, Windows 8 in 2012, and Windows 10 in 2015. Windows is still the most widely used operating system in the world today. Besides Windows, Microsoft also developed other successful products such as Office, a suite of productivity software, Xbox, a gaming console, Bing, a search engine, Skype, a video calling service, LinkedIn, a professional networking platform, Azure, a cloud computing platform, Cortana, a virtual assistant, HoloLens, a mixed reality device, Surface, a line of hybrid tablets, and many more. Microsoft also invested heavily in research and development of artificial intelligence, quantum computing, biotechnology, and other emerging fields. Microsoft is currently one of the largest and most valuable companies in the world, with a market capitalization of over $2 trillion as of October 2021. It has over 166,000 employees across more than 100 countries. It is led by Satya Nadella, who became the CEO in 2014 and has transformed the company's culture and vision. Under his leadership, Microsoft has focused on empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more.